Hi guys, so it's day 6 of my 40-day fast. What's been on my mind today? I just been really stressed. Just so much fear and anxiety. I'm quitting my job. I'm starting my own business, and it's like this constant fear, like, well, you're not an architect, and you're not good enough, and you're having issues at your job now that you can't figure out. And what are you gonna do when you're a business owner? How are you gonna figure that out? Like, that's a whole other thing, and God hasn't given you clarity, and you're not good enough. You're not smart enough. Look at this. Look at that. And who's gonna support you? And what's gonna happen when you don't get clients? And I mean, all day long, it's been constant. And I've been trying to pray for other people and other situations besides myself. And I kept, like, even praying for myself, I just keep going back to those thoughts. And I'm trying to overcome them. And I feel like I really gave in because I applied for a job. And it was just like, well, you should apply for a job, because you don't know if this business is going to take off. And, I didn't think I was giving, and I was like thinking, it's a good idea. But in hindsight, I was like, why are you planning to fail? Like, you didn't even start yet. Like, you didn't even start your business yet. I really wonder how much time I'm spending just on my anxiety and my fear. And my husband's like, why are you spending time thinking about that? You have a bunch of stuff to do right now. And I'm like, you're right. You are absolutely correct. And we were talking about the old Cherokee Story. I have the original story. I'll link it in the description because it's one of the first couple of videos I've done on YouTube. Essentially what it is that Cherokee Indian tells this young man that there's two wolves fighting in his head, right? I've heard the story as two spirits, good and evil, two wolves, two dogs. Pretty much it's two forces, good and evil, right? That's what the black dog and the white dog represents. And they're fighting, and the little kid, he asks, well, which one wins? And the chief is like, the one you feed. So essentially, it's your thoughts. It's that you have thoughts, positive, not positive, and the one that gets bigger and bigger is the one that you're giving your time and your attention to. So it's the one that you're feeding. And eventually, one of them is going to get so big that it's going to kill the other one, right? And so it's a cautionary tale to be aware of what you're thinking, what you're feeding yourself, and what you're doing with your time, right? I felt like I wasn't successful today, and maybe I'm judging myself a little bit hard. Robert Kiyosaki, one of the people who made him who he is, told him to not get a job and not to work for somebody. And if you do that, it's like this addiction. It's this illusion of safety. And I feel like it's so comforting. Like, for me, it's so comforting to have a job, to be like, oh yeah, next paycheck I could do this. But like, stepping out and be like, okay, now I'm going to be a business owner. It's like, I'm like holding on to God's arm, like, am I gonna get paid? Like, how is this gonna work? God, you have to send me clients, you have to send me business, you have to send me people, you have to send me the right locations and the right partners. And it's this dependency that I'm like, well, maybe that's a good thing to have. It's a good thing to literally depend on God, and it's a different ball game. I want to feel that same comfort that I feel like, oh, next week I'll get my paycheck. I want to have that same comfort in, like, God, like, okay, well, God got me on this, like that same comfort and assurance. So yeah, I am starving. And I got a headache. So many fun, like, comedy, like, I love comedy skits. Oh my gosh, so many of them dropped today. And I'm just like, don't look at that filth. It's just filth. All right. Have a blessed, beautiful night, guys.